All right, welcome back. So today we are out here testing the new V2 ARRMA Limitless Coke can motor, 1100 kV XLX2, and I'm out here to test the tires and my gearing. So I want to say this is somewhere around 80 miles an hour with this spur, but I'm unsure, especially with these diffs. So we got the GPS in here, 12 satellites. Start, we're testing. I've been out here for about an hour waiting for traffic to die down. It is the holiday, but it seems that trucking company is still open. Want to make sure that my GPS is working properly, 2 miles an hour. Track, start, testing. So it shouldn't be too long of a run. Seems pretty straight. So I did bring foam tires just in case these blow up. Hopefully I don't crash and these tires don't blow up. But we're gonna walk down here a little ways because I should need the whole road with this gearing. I shouldn't need a very long run with this gearing. This spur with 29 tooth spur, this pinion, which I think is a 54, with a 29 tooth spur is what I have in the Thunder truck. Basically went 109 consistently. So I'm hoping in this 80, 90, unless the diffs are way different. I really got to be careful with this traffic. It seems like there's a lot of traffic coming from the back way. This road was packed about an hour ago. And the temperatures on the ground are about 109. I think there's a truck coming out from that driveway. I'm way up there at the curve. I can't believe on a holiday this late in the day that trucking company, which is USPS, is still working. All my traffic seems to be coming from this direction. Hopefully I can get my bearing on where the car's at. All right, I think I'm lined up. I don't think a car's coming. That was only about half trigger. I'm so worried about traffic right now that I couldn't lay into it. I saw cars coming out of the driveway and I was like, I better not lay into it too hard. I don't want to crash it first time out. Plus it was pulling real bad. Stop, read, 94 miles an hour. So this is probably a 115 mile an hour setup. Man, that's impressive to go 94 half trigger. I should probably take less run in the shadows. So we're gonna hit start. We're testing. I'm gonna walk more towards this intersection so I could see over it. But you can see there's cars every couple of seconds. And it's pretty windy here. And all the cars have been coming from that direction, which normally I have them coming from that direction, especially on a holiday. But it's really late in the evening right now. But this was my only chance to get out here and run. Look at that, another car. Even though the cars are on the other side, I have to be cautious. Oh, one coming out of a driveway over there now. He literally pulled to the driveway and stopped. I keep seeing a white thing over that hill like a car's coming. They're so quiet, it's hard to tell. Well, we're gonna give it a rip. Before I turn around, I have to look behind me. What happens is I lose the car over here because I can't see it in the shadows. Oh, right when I got set up, a car came around that corner. Wow. Well, hopefully I'm gonna walk down here a little bit because I gotta be able to see up over this hill in case I can't get stopped, and my eye is watering like crazy from the wind. There, I can see a little bit better over the hill. Let's go. Oh, wasn't straight. That was 100. But my left eye started watering when it went up over that hill and I couldn't see the car. Still only half trigger. This thing's got a lot in it. I should have brought the ladder. I didn't think it was going to be this fast. Where did my car go? I literally cannot see it. There it is. Wow, that got really close to the curb. God, my eye is watering so bad. The wind, literally my left eye is pouring water out of it right now. I don't know if it got a whiff. It could just be the heat. Like I said, it's 111 degrees out here right now. I'll be impressed if these tires go. See how it's drifting left? That's straight on the run. Oh man, 111 degrees out here right now. And as you see, I have the front arrow on. I have all the arrow on. That had to be 100. Stop, read, 102. So this thing's got a 115 in it. I just have to bring a ladder. But there we go. I'm impressed. I'm gonna leave this gearing. I was gonna change out the spur and I was gonna put some foams on it. I brought the Gone Banana foams, but I just don't think we need it. So, off. Oh, my tape came off too. I want to show you guys how bad the body is flexing on the side of the ESC. God, my nose is running too. The front is on the ground basically. Let me bring the tape over here. You see how this is off? Look how it pulled the tape. You see how it pulled the tape? That's because the ESC is pushing this body out. The other side is perfectly fine. That's why I'm saying this ESC has got a lot of power to it. So I'm gonna pop the lid and show you guys what's in here. So XLX2, I put this in the center for the bump on the body. Oh, motor's pretty darn hot. Running that cheap steering servo for an aircraft. And yeah, 2 of the SMC batteries, 5200s. And there we go. 100-mile-an-hour pass. I believe it's a 115 setup. Let me get this unplugged. I might run in a little bit, but I might put the foams on it. I imagine these staggered wheels and tires are only good for around 100. I know Hoons I can get 120 out of them. These things are super sticky right now, but it's really stable. Got the booster unplugged, but there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on my next video. Or thanks for watching. If I run again, I'll click the video back on and there'll be a pass at the end. Thanks for watching. All right, well, we're back at the house. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the Castle Link. The orange car back there is the Thunder truck I keep telling you about. That's the one we pulled the motor out. It has an XLX2 in it as well. That's the version 1 Limitless. I converted over to the Thunder truck, so go check out that series. It's pretty cool. Runs 109. But we're gonna go ahead and pop this open. I still got to put a extension on channel 2 so I don't have to open this receiver box every time. So I can plug in our Castle Link. So let's pop this cover off. We're going to go ahead and get to channel number 2. I just want to look over the data real quick. So I showed this before of what I set mine up to. So negative is on my left, goes to brown. Castle Link should go ahead and pop over to XLX2. Then we're going to go up here to logging. Remember, I cleared it out before I ran it. Our logging on 2 passes is a little bit more than 50%. So let me bring you down. We're going to go ahead and download this and see what's going on. All right, bringing you guys in. Download log data. So now it's downloading it. We're going to go ahead and take a look at, remember the first run was 94 mile an hour. The second run was 102. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at both runs. You guys hear me a lot say in the videos, oh, I'm only half trigger. I'm only half trigger. I want to take a look at the trigger position. I know I was somewhere around half trigger. Probably, I'm thinking a little bit more on the 102. Nowhere near 100% trigger. So I just want to make sure what I'm feeling on this radio, because I've been using different radios. I've been doing a lot of speed runs lately, mainly off-road with the Mojave. Check out that series, it's pretty cool. But somebody in that video said, hey, you should make the Mojave run 100 mile an hour on road. And I was like, I run 100 mile an hour on road all the time. It's easy for me to do a 100 mile an hour setup for on road. I even took the Vendetta, changed the ESC and went 100 mile an hour. So making a car go 100 mile an hour on road is way easier than doing it off road, just because of the surface conditions. So here's our data. So you can see right here, so here's our throttle in. Before we take a look at throttle in, all right, so I was looking at the wrong thing. You see our blue line is maximum horsepower. So this was our last run right here. And as you see, 1.542 milliseconds. So we were right at about full trigger, because full trigger is 2.036. So view. All right, went ahead and turned on a few things. So our maximum ripple is 5.33. So there was some ripple in there. $33.8 was our max voltage, but you can see max amps used was only 150.3 amps. We're not, you can tell we're not geared close to what this ESC is putting out, and that's probably why these 5200 mAh batteries survived. They just didn't fall off because we're only drawing 150 amps, and that's why I was saying in this setup a Mamba Monster X 8S might be better just for what I'm doing and what I need. 150 mile an hour setup, body would fit better, and all around just a lot more room. But we don't even need BEC voltage in here. BEC got up to 5.8 as you see on that run. Motor temperature got to 122.2, so 111 outside. Motor ain't even working. It was kind of hot to the touch, but you know, it's 111 degrees outside. Ground temps are going to be somewhere around 160. So usually on blacktop you can add 50 degrees easily. So ground temps definitely were not cool. But just wanted to show you this so that you can go over the data, so you can see the maximum outputs, the average of what we did on our speed run, 0.56, right around half throttle. We never went full throttle on the thing, so which is good, because there's plenty of more. And you know, it ran 109 with the version 1 diffs. I'm thinking, you know, this setup with this gearing, 110 to 15 easily. So I'm curious. I'm going to throw some foams on it last time. I know the foams are a lot taller than these Pro lines, so we're going to get out, run it on foams. Just wanted to check over the data, make sure nothing's going to burn down while I'm on this run. And we'll get out there, run it again. But I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed that, you know, we slapped together a 100 mile an hour setup like that, and you know, able to run both batteries. I did. Let me show you what modifications I made to the RC. So on the rear wing, I cut it to the bottom line, so there still is a little bump here, but I cut it as far down as you can trim the rear wing. And then on the front, I went ahead and also shaved it to the bottom line, just following the line, so it has a lot of downforce. Normally I don't even run these on the front, but like I said, I just wanted to trim it down. I didn't want to crash it. I didn't want to backflip it. Didn't want to do anything funny. And like I recommend, just buy yourself a cheap, inexpensive steering servo. The slower, the better. These aircraft ones are really good because on aircraft, when you're moving, you know, your rudders and all that stuff on the aircraft, it doesn't take a very strong or quick servo to do that. Moving slower, I think, is better on an aircraft as well, unless you're doing some sort of stunts or a speed drone, or I don't know. I just find that these aircraft servos that are very slow, and then turning down your dual rate so that you don't have maximum turning, really makes for a steady pass. And I'm pretty impressed that these Power Hobbies wheels held up. I didn't even re-glue them. I said I was going to re-glue them, never even re-glued them. But the Power Hobbies wheels held up great. They did 100 miles an hour, no problem. I definitely like this look. Hoons go to about 120. So I'll leave these on until till we blow one out. Hopefully I don't crash it when we blow it out. And we'll call it a day. There you go. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys on the next video.